Why many young people stay stuck. It's easy to think success comes quickly when you're in your early 20s. Social media constantly shows young entrepreneurs with flashy cars, million-dollar businesses, and dream lifestyles. But here's the truth. The majority of 20-year-olds stay stuck because they try to earn before they truly learn. Instead of chasing fast cash, focus on something that compounds over time, your skills and experience. Let's explore this through two completely different paths people often take. The shortcut trap, a recipe for stagnation. Meet Ryan. At 22, he decided to jump straight into building an e-commerce store because he saw someone on TikTok make $100,000 a month. He skipped the foundational skills, marketing, customer service, and operations, and poured his savings into inventory and ads. 3 months later, the business failed. Why? Ryan didn't understand the market, and he didn't have the knowledge to adapt when things went wrong. Frustrated, he pivoted to another quick money idea: crypto trading. He made a few wins, but lost most of his money on bad decisions because he lacked the patience to learn the strategies behind it. By 25, Ryan was back at square one, working a job he hated, blaming the system, and feeling stuck. The growth mindset, a strategy for success. Now let's meet Mia. She had no big break, no overnight success, but she approached her 20s differently. Instead of chasing quick money, she focused on building skills. At 21, Mia got an entry-level job in marketing at a small agency. The pay was modest, but she viewed it as an opportunity to learn. She stayed late to watch senior marketers build campaigns, asked tons of questions, and even offered to help with side projects for free. 2 years later, Mia had a portfolio of successful campaigns and a strong network in the industry. She landed a better job at a larger company with mentorship opportunities. By 27, she was managing her own team and earning double what she started with, all because she invested in her growth early on. What sets winners apart? Effort and focus. Here's a principle that applies to any field: put in more reps than anyone else. Take Alex, for example, who wanted to become a chef. Instead of just doing what was required at culinary school, he spent weekends shadowing experienced chefs in busy kitchens. When everyone else clocked out after dinner service, Alex sat and observed the prep for the next day. Fast forward 5 years. Alex is now running his own restaurant. It wasn't talent that got him there. It was his willingness to go the extra mile and learn from those ahead of him. Whether you're trying to excel in coding, design, sales, or any other field, doubling your effort accelerates your growth. The power of long-term thinking. Let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Why does focusing on learning matter so much? Imagine two people starting at the same time. One spends 5 years chasing jobs with higher pay but stagnates in skill development. The other accepts slower growth initially but learns from mentors, masters their craft, and builds a network. By their 30s, the second person is miles ahead, not just in earnings but in influence and opportunities. This applies everywhere. Think of Serena Williams, who spent years perfecting her technique while her peers just practiced enough to compete. Over time, the gap became impossible to close. Why skills compound like interest? Skills are like investments. They grow exponentially when you stack them. Take Rachel. She started as a graphic designer. Once she mastered design, she learned branding strategy. Then she picked up client management skills and began pitching her services to businesses. Within a decade, Rachel wasn't just a designer, she was running a 6-figure creative agency. Every new skill she learned amplified the others. That's how compounding works. The biggest lesson: seasons matter. Here's the key takeaway. Your 20s are your learning season. If you spend this time chasing status or money, you sacrifice your long-term potential. The most successful people understand this and play the long game. When you focus on learning, you build a foundation so solid that your future self can earn exponentially more without the stress of hustling forever. How you can start right now. 1. Find mentors. Look for people who are ahead of you and learn from them. 2. Embrace hard work. Be willing to do what others won't. 3. Invest in your skills. Whether it's taking a course, practicing daily, or working for someone who challenges you, always prioritize growth. Remember, the people who look successful in their 20s often burn out by their 30s. The ones who prioritize learning in their 20s, they dominate their 30s and beyond. So what's your move? Short-term flash or long-term greatness?